The music is gone.
That sounds like a movie announcer.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
Or is it?
Hello everyone. It's us. We're streaming. It's been a while. It feels like.
It does feel like a lot.
It's last time we were getting ready to finish we're going into the last day of trial for Reunion and Turnabout, which should be fun. We're gonna see Francisca, so that's gonna be fun. And I made a lot of predictions about what I think is going on, and I think I'm correct, but we'll see.
This case got some twists and turns to it.
Yeah, should I recap what I think is happening?
Sure.
I mean, it would help. This will show what you remember.
Yeah, so I think there was a box
There do be a box.
with a hole in it. And a hole through the screen. And I think that Eni okay, so the aunt, big hair lady, was all like, man, I don't want Maya to become the matriarch, so I'm gonna frame her for murder, and she reads the newspaper, she finds out about Eni's sister, so she calls her down, and she has her dress up as in the costumes and puts her in the room, and they put Maya in the box, and then Eni kills the Dr. Gray. That's my thing, or that's my prediction, basically.
All right, now you have to put it in a little envelope
Okay.
and save it for the end of the
Um.
stream.
Yeah. So we'll see if I got it right or not. But I feel like there's been a lot of clues that has led me towards this conclusion, so I feel like I'm not like reaching that much, but I was wondering when I should stop having you guys introduce yourselves. Like we're
Yesy, yesterdarling.card.co.
Art
Graphics.
assets. Duncan.com.
Oh, well, gee, now I don't have to introduce myself. That's me.
He owns every Dunkin' Donuts. Let's get into it.
That's true.
All right. This is the one. Looking for the game to capture. Oh, it's all of us. We're here.
Woo! I'm German candy for today. I am in character.
Some of us are queer, and we're gonna fight the the scary German lady.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready to get into it?
Yep.
It's been so long.
The good old defendant lobby number 3.
That's my second favorite lobby.
What's your first one?
It's number 2. He doesn't like number 1. Number 1 pisses him off.
Love how you said that. What's your first one?
Sorry, like I said, German candy. It's in my mouth.
My first one is defendant lobby number 8. Okay.
I see. Nick?
Yeah?
Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me?
Yeah? Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up.
I know, being in Germany is horrible.
And, she's so physically strong with the whip.
I bet she could pick me up. I think it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. Her father.
And then you look at me and, well...
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
It just continues.
I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial.
Again.
Again!
But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through.
Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you.
Had to prepare your voice for this one. Just like, okay.
Yeah. Hey, morning, Pearly.
Like vocal whiplash.
You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support.
Uh-huh.
Oh, great.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's right, Pearly.
Hey, Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too?
I was sort of hoping to sit on the audience today and watch.
Please. It's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough! You can't show weakness in front of the person you love! Pearly! Not this again.
The biggest, do they have a ship name?
Narumaya.
The biggest Narumaya shipper that we know.
Yes.
I still keep thinking about the one comic where it's like, she's talking about Phoenix and Edward. She's like, you two are such good cousins!
Please, can you do this for us, Pearls?
Alright. I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake.
Phoenix, give her your jacket.
See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time.
All right. Let's kiss, Maya. Huh?
No. Nick?
This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
Oh, that's smart.
What do you mean? What's going on?
I'm about to put down her mother.
Jesus Christ. But like, he is smart. And he cares so much about little children. Like,
It is now in session. The trial of Maya Fey.
I put in my in my stream announcement, I'm like, are we going to adopt Pearl?
Kinda,
Yeah.
sorta.
We'll see.
I love Pearl.
Yeah. I'd be completely fine with it. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeat and faith will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes.
I can't help
The
that.
famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country.
How's it gonna be when I defeat a prodigy?
Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Huh. Glad to see you in such good spirits today, Miss Fay.
It's true what they say. Women are scary. That's just the end. Women really are scary when they fight.
Well then, very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
Alright, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at some point.
What?
Miss Von Karma. Then, how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Can you substantiate your claim?
No.
Isn't that what I'm here for?
Your Honor, just
The
me, bro.
prosecution. So true. The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan.
Alright, I gotta put on my Morgan Fay voice then.
Poor Mia. She really seems torn up by this. You're not allowed to have tea in here.
Actually, I already have tea.
Dang.
It's in perfect
Name and
order.
occupation.
My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct?
Just like...
Yes, that is correct.
What do you mean in a manner of speaking? Who gives a fuck? Continue.
I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique.
A technique to remove the spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is.
Yes, that is.
You! Be quiet! Now witness.
Yeah, so what you're saying is I just have to become a judge and I don't have to pay for that kind of treatment?
No. comes with the job.
Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
What in the world could have...
Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room.
What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Order, order! We'll have order. Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Oh my god, did my mouse just run out of batteries? Awesome.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, I...
Your Honor.
I
Are
can
you
use other
able to,
things.
like, click further, or...?
I can do other things.
Okay.
I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
I hate aunties. Now I'm just looking for my charger for the... Here we go.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber.
Is there a button I can use on, like, a keyboard button to progress the text?
I think arrow
Does-
keys.
Does the arrow key work?
No.
Oh,
Enter?
yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Cool. That'll be much better than using my, like, trackpad.
I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while.
I don't remember that.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Desk slam.
I am your actual desk.
Why have you hidden this until now?
I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise.
That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
You know, this is just a little thing, but I do like how the localization handles her, like, way of speaking, since it's supposed to be, you know, very proper. Kind of like it's nice and subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
I'm gonna find that crack. Give me the crack.
Pressing, I guess.
Okay, should we just start by...
Yeah, let's just press everything. See what we get. You know.
Just now, you said those two. Who are the two people you were referring to?
I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. I feel like such a dumb question.
Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention, she looked up. What is her problem? Is she implying that because she's foreign that she's supposed to look off? I don't like that.
I don't know if that's the implication. I just think that...
Morgan, I hate to break it to you. Like, your family is made up of immigrants.
I hate to break it to you, but look at your hair.
I will say also, so coming from my dad's family is made up of immigrants, like, in the community, like, that's not the most craziest thing, where it's like, somebody will be like, I don't know, I don't like all these people, and it's like, dude, you're part of those people.
Yeah.
My mom's family's immigrants too. I also want to say, Morgan, I hate to break it to you, but you look like a mushroom. You're one to talk.
I was just gonna say that, like, Lada catches the most strays out of any character in these
really
games.
Does. Or Lada.
Yeah.
You can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot.
Damn right they are. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright.
He
thanks.
did say that. He did say that she could. Remember?
Great.
Phoenix in the Leon Kennedy voice. Bill me for the repairs later.
And now he's very much regretting it.
Yes.
He's like, oh shit, I said that, huh?
I mean, it really doesn't help that Phoenix basically almost never gets paid for his job. It's like, he'll do this for free, right, Nick?
I think I've gone through the cases, and I can tell you of the ones we've done so far, which ones he probably got paid for and which ones he didn't.
What did you do after that, Miss Fay?
I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. All right,
I mean,
let's press that.
There are some that I'm like, do you really need to? But I always say that, and then something important.
You'd be
happens.
surprised sometimes.
Yeah.
Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Yes, that is a very good point.
At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another.
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself.
I want to hear the end of that sentence.
Question further.
There was another reason you wanted us both out of the room? Wasn't there? Oh, we're just gonna let that line read sit, I guess. You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself.
Very,
Wow, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay.
Dang it! Now people like her! This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. No one likes defense
Looks like she caught us
attorneys.
napping. That's my aunt for you.
Shit. I do want to take a nap.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue.
I'm satisfied now.
With your
A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand when she was in a daze.
During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie.
Shit, that was my only hole. That I
It's like,
was
damn it!
But why would you lie about something like that?
It is very painful for me to say this, however.
The witness is lying to cover for the defendant.
She was covering for Maya?
Question further.
So, you were covering for the defendant?
Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Something unexpected. What, pray tell, did she...
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there's always later.
Yes, very well.
Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach?
I could make a joke. I'm not going to.
Okay.
I feel like Duncan knows.
Yes.
And now, witness, continue with what happened.
Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room.
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I am ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes.
But you're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Have you forgotten already, Mr. Felix Wright? What about this picture?
Yeah.
Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
What else you're lying?
Wow. He even did a whole react thing. Okay.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Oh, you did tell.
Please continue.
Really?
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called.
But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase to her right? Wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However,
Hello in chat.
with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while.
You fainted. Likely story.
I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
You fainted? Ha, skill issue.
Yeah, I was thinking of something like that.
You know, I would have just parried the shove. That's me, though.
Yeah. Why don't you get good?
How long were you unconscious?
I am not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps?
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. A likely story.
Is that because you were unconscious? No. What kind of question is
Because
that?
you were lying! Why, yes.
Great. Well, now what?
Question further.
Nah, I think I'm gonna give up. So, while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went?
I would think that's rather obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
At that point.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what.
Dang.
It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
Is she keeping them in like the shoulder poofs up the sleeve?
Probably.
What are...
Probably.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with the witness's testimony.
Dang it.
And from what she has said, we have established that Maya Fey did indeed leave the chamber.
I hope this isn't gonna come back and bite us in the butt.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes. That is exactly what we...
Be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone?
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Eenie Miney?
I think you can see where this is headed.
Yay.
Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, like, Eenie Miney. I'm, like, researching, like, parapsychology stuff at the, university.
Okay.
What is this parapsychology?
You don't wanna know.
Like, let's see, it's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Damn.
I suggest you go home and research yourself.
Yes, sir.
It's the best power move that the judge calls her sir.
I know, same thing with Gumshoe.
Yeah.
And now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor?
No. Yes, sir.
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine. For my sake. Yes, sir.
Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, it was totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy, like, in a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
Okay.
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister?
I've talked about it kind of. I really liked the way that sentence like typed out. This is like, now hold your horses, young lady.
Yeah. Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
It feels like he hasn't been paying attention.
Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is,
A witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course.
Miss Miney, please.
Pretty please, with a cherry on top.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me.
This could entirely be made
That
up.
was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. I'm sorry, doing it in the Valley Girl voice is very funny.
Yeah.
I was moitered.
That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair. Isn't it, Eni?
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yeah. There you are. Are you satisfied, Your Honor?
No.
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all those loose ends are accounted for.
This is a bucket. Dear God. I don't know why that came to my brain. This testimony just now. Was it all made up? Was it all just one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean? I mean, like, it's very easy to just say those things, because who can dispute it?
Yeah. It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine the witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Tee.
Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
That's my goal. Okay. Press everything, but... Was that because your, sesame allergy, was it?
Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was totally going to be a seedy day. Yes, indeed.
See.
Am I the only one who missed the boat here?
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Do you know the time?
Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think.
11 a.m.?
Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food.
No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant, what time was it when the someone came into your room?
Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it.
Sorry. My bad.
No, it's okay. It's really...
That's it? Oh, why'd you stop mid-sentence?
Did I? So, what was I talking about again?
Never mind.
A witness. About this person who entered the side room.
Phoenix is just like, is anyone else dealing with this? Is it just gonna be me? Okay. Cool. Are you absolutely sure?
I guess?
You guess? Oh, was it or was it not your sister who entered?
I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child.
Phoenix Lord!
That's really this inner monologue. Just while pointing, just I'm The only thing that is coming undone is not the tapestry of lies, but me, Mia.
I like to imagine that if Phoenix had a brother, his brother's name would be Orville Wilbur Wright.
Why?
I think they make a joke about that at some point.
That'd be a good one.
Okay. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright?
The defense rests.
Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Meeny Miny?
Her act of her like playing dumb act is so good. I mean,
Her little blep. I was just making the
okay. I mean, part of it might be real. But I think most of it is an act. You were happy in a sad way?
Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister.
But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again?
But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult. But I like know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is that the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning? Never!
No, never. Never ever give up.
So, you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to like think anything was strange.
But... Ah!
Don't keep badgering her.
You know the phrase objection. Could you try using that once in a while?
I use it all the time. I'm Phoenix Wright.
Mr. Wright?
Someone keep a tally of how many objections Phoenix uses per trial.
I'm sure that those stats are somewhere.
It's a question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important?
Damn right it is.
It's very important. It's very important. Although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. My entire life.
All right, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that.
Alright, we got a new statement. That's it.
I like wasn't scared at all. And like her costume looked totally like normal.
So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance?
Hey, Dan, do you think you see what might be wrong with this statement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you might know already.
Do I have to present something?
I think you'll get a prompt for then something.
Okay.
I think you will. Let's keep going.
Yeah, see?
Like, yeah, nothing was like weird.
Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong.
That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I like go on?
No.
Never. Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta
you
go.
gotta present something. I think we should have like something to present about this. So what do you think is the contradiction?
Her costume looked normal.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we present the bloody clothes.
Yeah, like that should have like, you know, if she really mattered, then like she should have seen all the blood.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, everybody goes around with blood on their clothes sometimes.
Everybody spills ketchup every now and then. Like, what's so weird about... My sister was terrible with condiments.
That was a well-spun lie, Miss Miney. I mean, Eenie. I guess it's both right.
Yeah.
What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It's well-constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Yes. Plagiarism. It's my favorite crime. Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance.
Yeah, and?
This one is probably my favorite new song from this game so far. But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This picture is of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this.
The blood spray.
Miss Miney. Now he says Miss Miney. The fuck? Why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat.
Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney?
What does that hat taste like? Oh boy.
Hey, don't interrupt me!
Oh, she got mad.
Ooh.
Rise up.
No.
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
That I was waiting for her eyes to open the whole time. Because that's the only discrepancy between the appearance. Also the hair, I guess, but... I'm like... She looks like her.
Well,
That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though.
First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony.
if you please.
The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be here. After the Murder, Part 2. Out.
The side room was, kind of dark, you know. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Well, then you went into the light. And would have seen it then.
Yes, now I see. And you've given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
Did she?
Mm.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright?
Oh.
All right, I guess not. Fine then.
Well,
Very well. May question the witness.
Don't ring the bell yet.
He's saying to his brother, "You're a fucking kid. I'm never satisfied." I guess we just start pressing.
Yeah.
That's always a good first step.
Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room.
Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right.
Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's?
You're such a hopeless cause. A witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man.
Hey.
Okay.
can't breathe. Let me out of here. It's just like... You didn't see the blood?
Like, yeah.
But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well.
True.
That's,
Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either?
I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue.
Why does this get a pass? And... okay. Almost read that. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time?
Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think she knew. She said she did something, like, really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan.
Are we... Basically, this testimony is saying that it was a spirit inside Maya.
Yeah.
I guess we still gotta, like, persecute someone, but...
Yeah.
Maya didn't do the murder consciously, if this testimony is really being believed here.
Yeah.
Well, the way that it's going is that even if it was a spirit doing it in Maya's body, Maya would still be ultimately held responsible, since, you know, it's not exactly codified in law that you get off with murder scot-free if another spirit does it in your body. It's not exactly in the law, you know? Not even Phoenix Wright universe.
I guess I would just be like, okay, well, if that's the case, a lesser sentence? I don't know.
I mean, you probably would get a lesser sentence. It would probably be, like, brought down to something like, you know, like manslaughter or something, because, you know, it would be, like, unintentional.
Yeah.
You know?
Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you?
Sorry. Like, yeah.
Okay. Was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better, too. Mr. Phoenix Wright, the sooner the better.
Are you...
Just fucking die already.
Yeah, I'm
Wright.
like, are you saying that you want to kill me? She says with her whip at the ready.
And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one of the channeling chamber, you know?
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney?
Like, sure.
Is there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place? Like, what do you mean?
When do you mean?
When do you mean?
Or-
I'm just, like, a silly girl. I don't know the difference between my question words.
I was gonna say, because I had this image of, like, every time Phoenix, from, like, this trial on, every time Phoenix knows that the prosecutor is gonna be, Von Karma, he comes in with, like, protective gear under his suit, like padding, a cup or something, like,
God.
just like, please. When you...
Go into the crime scene.
Yeah. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
Like, No, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what?
Press harder.
Think harder. I know you can remember something.
Like, I totally can't.
The animation is perfect for that.
That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to the court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important?
Hell yeah, it is.
There's
I asked
bluffing all the way
because
there.
it's very important. And I know where I'm going with this.
Very well. Miss Miney, if you will please include a statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay.
That's the immediate thing that like stood out about this testimony is all like you just like took her back and that's it.
Yeah.
You just put her back in the channeling chamber with the dead man.
I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber.
Anyone.
I think I know where this is going. Do you know what the contradiction here is, Dan?
Well, I didn't ask whether she saw anyone, so I'm like, that's a specific choice of word.
Well, remember there's the winding way between the side room and the channeling chamber. Do you
Yeah.
remember what happened in that hall?
Right. Pearl broke the vase.
Yeah, so don't you think she should have seen her
Yeah.
there? Like, so that's definitely a lie.
Yeah.
So we gotta present something, I think.
Try to remember that time.
Oh, like, I remember. Like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way.
This really is a dead end.
Are you sure?
Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix.
It's no good. I can't find anything wrong.
Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement,
He'll end the trial. I know.
we have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up.
Okay. What do we have about that?
I mean, there's the urn.
Yeah. I was just wondering, is that what we press?
Yeah, that should work.
Or the ball? No.
Music stopped.
I finally found the fault. Or I guess, in your case, the crack in your perfect lie.
He loves coming up with these puns.
The entire courtroom erupts in laughter.
Yes.
Like a sitcom.
Case closed. Phoenix, right? You've made the perfect joke. You win.
Take a look at this urn.
Like, urn?
There are cracks. Do you see them?
So? Like, what does that prove?
Oh no, I'm just explaining my joke.
Who cares about some worn out urn?
I like to think that she objected because she didn't like his joke.
Like, yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn, did I?
It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at the time, there was no way you could have not seen this person.
baby!
I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay.
Yes? And how is this child?
It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. And she just happened to break this urn.
Oh.
Wait! She broke the urn?
Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. No!
No, Becca! Becca, no! The water, Becca!
She just becomes Australian.
Please tell me you know that meme.
I don't know that specifically. I just know like the.
It's from this show about Australian mermaids. I've never seen it. I just know in college, senior year, my roommates were obsessed with that meme.
Is it like H2O or something?
Maybe, I don't know. I think it probably is.
Okay.
All I know is that my roommates would go around the apartment going, "No, Becca!"
Okay.
It was very funny.
And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way.
My girlfriend has confirmed it is H2O.
Okay. I remember that show. I've watched some episodes when I was
I have no idea about it. I just think the meme is funny.
Yeah, it was on Teen Nick or something.
I have no idea. Anyway, what?
Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I've sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar.
Ah!
Well, not that masterful.
Mr. Right, you need to watch what you say.
The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth.
About what?
She just says, you can't handle the truth.
You can't handle it.
About what? Says it really sassily. About what? About what you went, where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was sleeping in the side room.
I can't really believe her. Was she really sleeping in the side room? Yeah, I guess so. I love responses like that. The option text is
just it always gives the option to just straight up give up.
Yeah.
It's oh, well, I guess this isn't going anywhere. Okay.
That is a thing in a lot of visual novel-y games where there's just options that are just why would you ever choose them?
Yeah.
Visual novels will always give you the freedom to be an idiot.
Yeah. Your lies end here. My first Fire Emblem game was Fire Emblem Awakening, and I remember that game presents you with a couple of choices, and they never affect anything. I don't even remember if they affect the dialogue, except for the very last choice you make in the entire game, which affects the entire ending, and it's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have prepared you for that by having actual branching paths, but
Yeah.
What do you...
The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here.
Contradiction? Where is this contradiction?
Help me, Mia!
That's fine.
It's in the evidence, right?
I think it's her testimony actually.
What do we say, Essie?
Help me, Mia!
Help me, Mia!
Well, I want to pick that. I want to see what happens.
We can go for it. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm really curious.
I may have overreached on this one. Is there really any contradiction somehow?
Don't worry. You're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there.
Do we want
Just-
to do it ourselves, or do we want Mia to do it for us?
Just Mia affirmations.
Yeah.
Just Mia things.
I think we can do it ourselves.
Yeah.
So, just this once, do you want me to help you out?
Thanks, Mom. I got this on my own, though.
I was thinking that too.
Mother is mothering. Well, it might be hard for me to see. But I can't just accept her help without thinking through myself.
That's the spirit. Give it another try.
Mr. Wright, what is your answer?
Okay, time to add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual... Interesting, that it didn't actually take us back to the choice.
Yeah.
Unless it's taking us back there now. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. I say that's not possible. So clear. Okay. I just forgot the dialogue.
I think it's in the testimony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement.
And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
It's true that, at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police.
So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything?
Oh, this hat is going to be destroyed by the end of this.
Yes.
She just, like, fully consumes it.
Just eats it.
I'm gonna, like, eat my hat. That is a pretty common colloquialism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colloquialism? I don't know if that was the right word.
No, I think that's right.
Go...
Saying?
Yes, he
If you find a contradiction in this statement, I'm gonna eat my hat.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever watch Word Girl as a kid?
No.
Anyway, like, the warden of the prison always said that. It was a PBS Kids show.
Oh, okay. No, I was too cool. I watched, Blue's Clues.
Fuck yeah, Blue's Clues!
It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact?
Like, how?
I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that.
Oh.
Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber.
That's a good point.
But you didn't go there by the way of the winding way.
He said that on purpose, didn't he?
Ah!
She is freaking out.
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder?
Oh.
Ah!
Do you have an idea where this might be going, Dan?
Yeah, she was in a box!
Oh,
Miss Miney, please answer the question.
She doesn't like this.
I hate when she does this.
Don't ask a question off the basis assumption, if you please.
Oh, I assure you, it is quite.
Wrong game, Pumpkin.
I know, I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
Iconic line, though.
Yeah, I
It
have
is
seen that.
So good. It's like one of his best lines.
Well, I suppose since you've put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You might as well answer the question for us. There was a witness at the time of the murder. Now's your chance, Phoenix.
Yeah.
The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So, now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let us hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
The channeling chamber, right?
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Turn this whole case upside down.
Miss Miney was here, of course.
But that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene?
That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime.
Ooh.
Skippity, skippity, skip.
Order.
No.
That's
I did not mean to make a skippity toilet reference. I was just... It's just what the chatter sounded like to me. Okay.
Yes, he...
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim or the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime.
I was hiding? Like, where? Where was I hiding?
Behind here. Here, of course.
Behind the folding screen?
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony.
I have a bad memory.
There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball!
Now, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be saying.
Shut it, Gramps! As if you know exactly how old I am!
I'm sorry.
Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. With a massive dump
Oh, damn.
of justice.
Damn, she's getting cocky.
The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Was that one as good as the purple nurple of justice?
God.
The dump that will burst the pipe of justice.
God.
Of truth.
Throw the box at her.
Die! Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box.
That tiny little box? No person could fit inside that.
A lie.
Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Alana disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
But the clothing box was in the side room, right?
Not until after I checked.
Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of crime? Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember there was a hole in it too?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that should prove it.
I don't know if that's if I should use that yet, but maybe. And now I present
Well,
the piece of
there was a
evidence.
hole in that, and there was also a hole in the folding screen.
This clothing box was at the scene of the crime. Yeah, I guess I'll go with it.
Yeah. Either of those holes should work.
Take a look at this clothing box.
You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing.
This on earth?
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole. About 8 inches off the ground.
There's a hole in the bottom of the box. There's a hole in the bottom of the box. The box. The box.
I love this sassy Phoenix, right? A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have I heard that before?
The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height.
That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Okay, so it was a bullet hole. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Ah!
Order! So what you're...
Said Mr. Phoenix, right? What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Edie Miney?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you are hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey.
Masquerade as Maya Fey.
Who would do such a thing? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Bright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the victim moved with the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant who killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself.
Correct. It's not possible.
Falling into my trap.
It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow!
Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy.
Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct?
You can't be serious.
Rip hat. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Oh! Ah! I'm so hype.
Take that!
Take this!
This person.
If it wasn't for someone from Crime Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. This is so hype. If it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have had that box to use.
Morgan Fay?
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we heard earlier?
She sent me a box of strawberry dessert.
Oh.
What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. Do you deny it?
Oh.
like that you peeked the mic.
Yeah, that
I like it.
that peaked the mic real hard.
Good.
I think in
Alright,
real
here you
life
go,
she peaked
Dan.
the mic.
Yeah.
I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. I actually did like that I came to this conclusion on my own.
That's the fun of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the fun of it. This
This-
is a good case too. Like it actually kind of makes your head think.
Yeah, they introduce a lot of elements, but they also
There's
introduce
lots-
enough elements to make this conclusion like some cases it feels like it takes you a
Feels
while to
Yeah,
get to.
sometimes it could feel a little like ham-fisted, but this one it all just kind of makes sense, and there's also enough red herrings, so it's not entirely obvious.
Yeah. Like, to compare this to, like, Danganronpa.
Yeah.
Those cases are, like, there's no way to figure it out before the trial.
Yeah, I do like how in those games usually, like some of them can get really complicated. You know.
Anyway. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime.
But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected.
Yes. Ah. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen... Shit. That's the hole in the folding screen. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray, and... That's why there were two shots.
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room.
Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey.
But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through.
Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Duncan,
Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
she was talking about us. Having to kill us.
What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind this murder. Is the trial really over? Or I feel like it was too short.
I think it's there's a little bit more to
There's
go.
a bit more.
Okay. Who's laughing?
Oh,
Who is that laughing at a time like this?
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you by chance still evolving?
Damn.
Get him,
calling
get
us,
him.
is she calling us monkeys?
Monkey?
I like that. I like being called a monkey.
Monkey.
I love that meme from,
Yeah.
I love it.
Kung Fu Panda.
yeah.
Monkey.
What is it this time?
Miss Von Carr. Surely.
Of course it was me.
You're the murderer?
Yeah.
Don't come my blood would lose due to something this petty?
What in the world? What in the good goddamn?
Mr. Phoenix Wright! Your argument is flawed in one very crucial area.
And that is?
He's angry.
This witness is the real murderer. Why would she go through all this trouble?
Huh?
Working together with the medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act? What reason would she have to do such foolish things?
Well, that's, because of her sister?
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Oh, the one other thing. Why would Miss Inimani want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
Motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Is this so crazy that she would just want revenge for her sister being pushed?
This should be the newspaper clipping.
Yeah, this one, or...
I think it's that one,
we'll
not
check
the
it.
accident.
It's more than just mere coincidence.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
Please God.
Aha!
What?
Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Just great. Now even she's calling me by my full name.
You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death?
Is that not a motive? Yes! Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid! No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say that I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Damn.
Senile, stupid Gramps.
It's getting cooked.
I'm like going to explain, so like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like why would I have waited this long?
I don't know. You tell us.
And besides, like the guy that saw of the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence that he asked me about it, you know?
She's back to her airhead persona. Persona! Just an airhead. Oh, he said something.
Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix, right? What Miss Miney has stated is very true.
Is it?
Her revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no mercenaries. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan.
But there is.
You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Suck my
So
nuts,
many
Judge.
faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place.
Now that one is quite a... I think it was how I would do that. What happened? I thought I had her for sure.
So, see, it's just like as I like told you.
Question mark?
I hope you like your slice of humble pie.
It tastes good.
Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Edie Miney.
The humble pie tastes good. Why don't you share it with me?
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
Is it Mia?
Hold it! Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute.
Alright.
all right.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia!
Yes, it sounds like a ridiculously messed up plan for murder. But, you know, regardless, that this girl trained for this crime.
Really? I just love the idea of, like, whenever he turns to Mia, he's just crying.
Yeah.
Please.
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And there's also a reason that she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Can I? Can I really do this?
Damn right I can.
No! I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive.
Too bad you're too late. My cross-examine has, like, already ended after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Hey!
That one
A
didn't.
fun cop that only cares about the perfect thing. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way!
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess.
Yay!
We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a second here!
No. To be continued. An hour and a half.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I'm hoping that the next part does not... I mean, it might take another hour and a half, but... we'll see. I feel like I've figured it out, and now I'm just like, why are they not letting me win? the game
Because they never they never want to make it easy for you.
Is it really true about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eni could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan.
That's terrible. Why would my aunt?
Who is this?
Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Ah!
Front facing.
She actually looks okay front facing.
Okay, yeah. Not as bad as your brother.
That is why I'm the superior disciple of Von Karma.
Exactly.
She's the only Von Karma that
Von
looks
Karma
fine.
does everything. No, actually, she also looks much better front-facing than Von Karma himself does.
Yeah.
Von Karma front-facing is terrifying.
Miss Von Karma!
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But...
But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Damn. That's the most savage thing I've ever said.
Huh. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is.
Don't point at me. Ah! She's pointing at me through the screen. She's objecting to my existence.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
can you prove Miss Eenie had a motive?
Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
Huh? Like, I thought you wanted to, ask about my motive. Like, I don't see the point of, bringing up the past.
All motives are in the past.
Miss Miney, if you please.
Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but...
But here's the difference. I'm smarter than you.
That was, last year, in May. Something really bad happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me.
One thing about this that has always stuck out to me is the fact that we don't know what reason there could be for why she fell asleep.
Yeah.
But it could be that she mistakenly drank the sleeping pills or something. Took them. I don't know. And that's why she slept through a car crash.
Opened the door and, got away.
But we'll see what happens.
I think I've heard this incident.
It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year.
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. No.
Glug!
Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip.
Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
I love questioning the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to move.
Prove.
Wow. I had him, I was like, that doesn't seem right, but... It's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did, in fact, drug Miss Miney's sister.
Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. from a 90-degree angle.
Ah!
From a cute angle. Wow, that angle's so cute. I don't know. Let's press. Let's start pressing. So anyway, I started pressing. Did some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then?
Yeah, like, that was in May too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd. And our accident was like on the 24th.
2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence?
My sis was like totally tired, so that's why, duh.
That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct?
Yeah.
What was the cause of the mistake?
Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up.
Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney?
Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here.
Wait a second.
Yes, dear?
Does Mimi Miney even exist?
Sorry, that's not what I thought you were about to say.
I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm like, what if Eenie Miney, because she got plastic surgery to reconstruct her face. I'm like, what if the reason that she wanted to kill Dr. Gray was because she is the nurse that had the malpractice? I don't know. Maybe that's out there, but I'm like, what relevance does that have?
What relevance does it have?
So I was just thinking about, like, the plastic surgery thing has not come into play yet, so that's my theory now. That's her motive.
Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault.
Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the only one who made the mistakes.
But, like, it really wasn't my sis.
Me having that explains a lot of things that I've been wondering. Like, Eenie saying that she fell asleep too. It's like, oh, because she was the only one in the car. And her being so insistent that she didn't do anything. Because I guess she probably didn't. I don't know. She was totally tired. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted?
Like, she had talked to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder then the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. This is more of like a... This is more just like a... Oh, that's super relevant.
But, like, I don't have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware that you didn't have your license, Miss Miney.
Don't we have some sort of ID of her? Am I crazy? Yeah, here. License photo. That's just wrong, okay?
Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, anyway.
So,
What was the...
I was like totally poops too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat.
I thought it was gonna unlock a thing where I could present the driver's license.
Are you able to, oh wait, what's the next statement again?
I'll just press this for now. The new statement. The accident happened at night, correct?
Yeah, like it was at like 1 a.m. or something. I had like a paper due like really soon.
I can relate to having a paper due and being 1 a.m.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So like I hadn't slept and was working like real hard. So it was because of the two of you were so tired that this accident happened.
Should I feel like I should find some place to present that license.
Yeah.
But this statement, none of the statements seem to like point to
Allow
that.
for you to right now.
Oh, here it is. Jesus. Okay. I didn't have my license. Why did they put it at the end? I didn't have my license, so I couldn't like take over driving for her. Okay. I don't think I need to press that. License photo. Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. Now that's making me question. Oh, I guess I should do the judge. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? It's making me question now the timeline of things. Like,
that's right. Yeah, like, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident.
yeah, that was my question. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hati, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. So
No one cares!
I care. What
But
you
this
said.
vended you to receive the driver's license. I almost said doctor's license.
She's still like, no one cares. And I'm like, Von Karma, what you said just now is a lie. I care.
Like, last November.
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time, Mr. Felix Wright.
What the? That's what happened, Mr. Wait, hold on. That's the craziest shit. What? That's what happened, Mr. Phoenix, right? Dumbass. Slaps Phoenix. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. Ugh.
Cry or my vape will accommodate.
Can you imagine being in court and the judge just like does your stutter?
You should look up objection funk.
That'd be crazy.
Duncan's back.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm like glad you get it, but like even if I had my license, I like don't think my sis would have like let me drive.
Yow!
Don't just stand there humming to yourself.
That was Mia, actually, who whipped me. Not you too, Mia. With the whip, and the pain, and the ow.
Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's like because
I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please.
like how annoying. Oops, like sorry, I didn't mean to be mean.
Blep.
Like around that time, I was like getting really close to getting my license. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She like had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. Imagine seeing the background like Miles was a big fan of cars.
His was red too.
Miles had a red car.
It's like that meme where it's like Happy from the MCU. Tony used to like cheeseburgers.
She would like say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car."
I don't know if I've really seen noobs spelled like that.
And I guess it makes sense.
Usually you see it like internet spelling, like
Yeah.
double O or double
Yeah.
zero if you're super elite. Anyway. Continue.
So like that's why I ended up passed out in the passenger seat too.
I see. Bright red car for sports, that is.
What the fuck?
I like how you said that.
Ah, a car for sports, huh?
A sports car.
With 4 wheels, perchance. Now then,
For driving.
the defense may question the witness.
A wheel for steering. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but I'm really close to getting my license.
Guess we just press.
Yeah, I was just looking in the chat and like trying to read this elite speak. Super elite, like salmonella. Yeah, that's right.
No.
Didn't he spell like super with like 2 O's as well?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's just press. So what do you mean by really close?
Like I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called.
Permit? I've never heard of it.
Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is?
Well, this lawyer's never had a permit. I live in a walkable city.
God, I wish. Ignorance is to be whipped.
Great. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. No,
So, like, may I continue?
no, we're done here. I'm going home. I'm in pain. I'm bleeding from that last whip. She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car?
Well, she'd, like, flip out at, like, the drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands.
In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Why did she take such special care of her car?
How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car.
It was a new car!
Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer?
I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life. Just like death and taxes. I guess
Damn,
people...
Phoenix, okay.
I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Listen, Mia.
Phoenix, try asking something of more significance. Wow, sorry, I mixed up, like, the voice for Mia and then
You're
the
doing a lot of
conversation.
voices.
Yeah.
We appreciate.
Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright?
We really started this. We started this case being all like, we'll take some of the female voices, and then
It just kind of worked out this way.
Yeah,
Well, Miss Marnie, what kind of car was it?
But you're doing a great job.
yay,
So,
thanks.
it was a new car.
Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
Hmm.
I should ask Ben about this. If they're what sports cars are from the UK, because he loves cars.
All I know is Aston Martin because James Bond.
The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials?
Oh my god.
Was it
He's just never heard of the United Kingdom until now, somehow.
Well, you know what? Kind of based, honestly.
The UK?
I was gonna make the joke like maybe it's a Supra. I don't. That's the one car meme I know.
And it was a really special model.
Is that a Supra?
She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
Are we saying that she's like a part-time nurse and university student, and she imported a sports car from the UK?
Apparently.
Okay. I guess her love of
It's hard.
cars would be obvious. Next topic. No! I really don't know anything about cars. I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor.
Yes?
Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony.
You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
That's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Marnie, would you please fix your testimony?
I guess to be fair, like, I do know people that, like, their, like, one prized possession that they saved up for a long time is just a really nice car.
Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England.
England? I thought you said the UK.
Oh my god.
I yelled hold it pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars.
It's for the heck of it.
This is funny. So, yes. Am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good?
Like, huh?
Can Von Karma just whip him now? Like,
Yeah, Von Karma's just, like, head in her hands.
it's like, God damn it.
They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the state. But not
That's true.
Not in Japan.
Well, in Japan, they localized it. In the Japanese version, it's an American car.
Oh, okay.
Or German, maybe, but probably American.
That makes a lot of sense. So I feel like American sports cars are more famous.
Yeah.
It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Yeah, right. I did ask Ben about, like, import cars that have the steering wheel on the other side, and he basically just says, people just learn how to drive that way.
Yeah.
Like, if they actually want to drive it. And I'm like, that's... I can never.
Sorry. Like, huh?
It's actually, like, kind of weird then that... I don't know. The whole steering wheel is on the right side. On the right side thing. It's kind of goofy, isn't it? we were... I was talking about
Sorry.
car... It's good. Say the line.
What do you know?
That thing about import cars came up because I recently watched Initial D with Ben, and he was talking about how a lot of the cars in that show are going to be available for import to the United States for, like, the first time this year. Which is crazy because they're cars from the 90s.
The sleek shape, the way it starts the raw feeling of manual transmission?
Forgive me? Personality really changes at the drop of a hat.
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case.
Yeah, it's almost like,
I think we might want to go back to that line. I
She
think
cares
we
about
actually have
cars.
something. I think we have something we could present on it.
Let's see. I'm gonna check.
Take a look at that clipping. What does it say?
Two women's car crashed into a highway center. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation has revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel.
Oh, wait, go back. Read through this carefully.
I was, like, totally tired, and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash, and, like, I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was, like, still half asleep, but I opened the right door and, like, got out. Holy shit.
See something there?
That's, you know, when it's things like that hidden in a bit of text like that, I seriously cannot.
Sometimes you gotta be very careful.
All right, here we go. Miss Miney. Do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it, but I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor, which side is the passenger's seat? The left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver is on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side.
Ah!
Get fucked!
What do you mean by this?
What do you mean, what do I mean? But Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
Order! Order! I will have order!
Order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eni said the person who's driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney.
That's what Eni said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Okay, I also made a big error. I think she definitely did have a sister, but...
So we're giving up on the made-up person theory.
Yeah, well, I guess what I meant really was that she switched places.
Yeah, are you starting to see connect the dots now?
Yeah. I didn't really mean, like, she didn't exist. I'm just like... She's not... Mimi Miney is not the person that we think. Or,
Yeah.
this is Mimi Miney. And Eenie Miney is the one who died, but she switched places. I guess.
Phoenix. It looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eenie or Mimi? Who's really driving that night? Mimi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Big
answer,
old twist.
the answer is the one person who had their driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But what you just said, the witness, Miss E. Miney, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question.
The next question.
The next question.
Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now?
Ooh.
What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? The witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is. I would lose half the health bar. Her name is Maya's Magatama. My attorney's
You
back.
read profile.
Yeah, I know.
I think I don't.
Pearl Fay.
Yeah. Deceased, not anymore.
Yeah, right.
Mimi Miney. That is your real name.
Oh, she's mad.
The foolish dribble.
Mad.
How do you explain her appearance?
Mad.
This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstructions, the surgeons used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is the picture she gave her doctor at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
There we go.
But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
The body they found at the crash site.
That was the body of the real Eenie Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney?
Again.
That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Kind of
There you go,
badass when you
Dan.
put it like that.
Your Honor.
I was on the right track. I just,
Yeah.
took one extra leap. But basically, with saying that, I was all like... I don't know.
I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean by all?
What's the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the car crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive. Rip the hat. I want to see it go to shred to pieces, please. And the fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs.
Yep.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Miss Edie? I mean, Miss... Ah!
Why did you say my name just now?
I'm still wondering one thing. How are we even going to really... We haven't even touched, implicating or Morgan, really, in the involvement here.
Well, we already kind of have, huh?
Yeah.
She wouldn't have been able to do any of this without Morgan.
Yeah, but I feel like I was expecting her to be on the stand one more time. And for us to explain, oh, she wanted to frame Maya for this reason, but maybe that's just obvious at this point.
Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness?
Oh, there's the hat all shreds.
That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this. Is it
You
not?
got it.
Yeah, it was the...
That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right. Person standing before us today. A few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. You know, when you put it that way, I'd probably kill someone too.
It makes kind of sense.
It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. That was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. Plan beyond my wildest imagination.
Get used to it.
Jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo?
Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling? The occult? I hate it. I hate it all.
Well.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? Why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey.
This is preposterous!
Get wrecked.
I'm perfect!
Not
She's
anymore.
mad. She's so mad.
Cisco von Karma!
It's better to have this happen to you early. Just don't kill me, please. do not follow the
Please
way
don't
of your
tase
father.
us.
Damn. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! 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 My ass!
Owie.
And one more for good measure!
Oh, she's mad. Dead.
Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix!
Phoenix!
He's crossing over to the other side. He's about to join me, yeah.
This court is a fraud! A sham!
She's rage quitting. It makes me think of that that clip of like the guy smashing his keyboard. All the keys flying.
Which one? There were multiple, but I think I know the one.
Well, there's specifically a German one where the guy screams "No!" He hits like his friend with the keyboard in the face.
I'm thinking of the one where like the guy has like the multiple camera angle setup, and he just like and like his monitors fall over.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's Franziska right now.
Looks like it'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I'll go ahead and pronounce the verdict.
I'm really dead.
Huzzah!
Yay!
I feel like he's down. He's not there.
That's all. Court adjourned.
I guess we'll need to have like another trial for. It's probably not going to be us, but like Morgan should have something for being an accomplice, right?
Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it does get
I feel like
followed
at
up
that
on.
point, I can't, like, it's not, like, you're right, Dan.
Yeah, it's not something to just forget about. Huh?
We'll be back with the phase. Keeping up with the phase.
Congratulations, Maya. Sis!
Aww, that's
Sibling.
nice.
Wah.
It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream.
Not this time, Maya.
A really bad dream.
Maybe next time. We'll see.
You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent. I was inside that clothing box, right? That box? That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right.
give her our jacket, please?
I know. I think that all the time.
There's
Makes me insane.
still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Bright? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot.
I think Beanie Mimey had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder.
She had it planned down in the smallest detail, huh?
Nick!
What? Oh, congrats, Maya. You didn't murder someone.
Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out again of another jam.
Well, you know.
You could always pay him.
I really don't want something like this to happen ever again.
Don't say that, Maya. You'll trigger something.
I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First, my sister, and now my aunt.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt wouldn't have did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? You should tell her the truth.
Nick, please. I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was...
I think you can...
I think
Just
the
have
answer
profiles.
is, profile.
Okay.
I think there's, you want to go with Pearl, I think?
Yeah. Yes, Pearl.
Okay.
The only other one I can think of isn't there.
Yeah, the only other one I was thinking was, like, Misty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Misty, but she's not in there. Pearly?
4 years from now, a new master will be born into Krayan Village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. What would happen then?
the Branch family. My aunt!
No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's.
Ah!
Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I was thinking it was selfish, but if you think of it like that, it's still selfish, but a little bit less
But in
so.
a different way. Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Damn. Feels bad. Date and time, unknown. Detention center, solitary confinement, cell 13. What the hell is happening? What is this?
My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Kurain, my dear child. I sacrificed it all for you.
So this is what you were talking about.
Hehe.
You were all like, you're correct. You'll see.
Yeah.
Just wait like 10 minutes.
I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder. Cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor.
She was very
Yours
happy.
truly.
It was all to unseat that annoying, whipless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
Have you asked
Ooh.
what Pearl once, though.
Yeah. Also, Dan, for reference, I think the only cases that Phoenix has been paid for up through this point, not this one because it's Maya,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but with Willpower's case, I'm sure he was paid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that Miles insisted upon it, and then same thing with Lana.
Okay. What about the one at the beginning of this game?
Probably yes, but technically that hasn't happened yet, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna include that or not.
Okay. A brand new episode.
All right, we
Francisca
did it,
is
guys.
here.
Now it's time for the spiritually longest case ever.
Spiritually longest case.
It's not actually super long, but in spirit,
It
This-
really does.
6 years off my
Yeah,
life.
This one is Turnabout Big Top, right?
Yes.
And based on that title and just the fact that it's about like a circus or something, I'm like, this is going to be a ridiculous case. I feel.
Yeah.
It's also the middle case that people don't love, but I'm going to switch over to the main camera. Just turn my lights back on. Boom! We did it. We finished Reunion and Turnabout. 2 hours and 28 minutes. A pretty good time for one of our streams. That was a good case. I think the main thing I liked about it was the fact that sometimes the cases are like, they give you some clues to figure it out, but a lot of times you actually need to like play it in the trial and figure out while like Phoenix is figuring it out. But with this, it kind of like rewarded you if you figured it out beforehand. Rewarded in the way of like Phoenix just being all like, that's right, I figured it out, you know. But yeah. Anything else we want to say before we end stream?
I'm not looking forward to the next case.
Oh, okay. You guys are really not. You guys are really not
Duncan and
excited.
I really are in.
It's probably like one of my least favorite cases.
That's
And
sad.
It's actually a
think
big.
that
It's a big reason why I honestly am not the biggest fan of Justice for All.
I love Fran von Karma. I adore her.
Do not adore this case.
She's the best
Yeah.
addition to that this game made. To
Absolutely. I love her so much. But yeah, there's another case that like I would also say like is pretty low on my ranking.
Mhm.
I like this one less.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Then we'll see.
We should, if there were ever a case to speedrun, it's this one. But I'm not saying we speedrun it. I'm just saying like,
Well, we do got a guide, so
Yeah.
if there were ever a time to like not let you guess anything, Dan, it would be.
yeah.
Okay.
I honestly don't even think it's that great of a case. Like in terms of the mystery, like there's definitely better
fine.
ones. This case, like 2-2. This was a really good case. Actually, you know what's funny is that honestly, Justice for All would be an amazing Ace Attorney game if it weren't for this case, because 2-2 and 2-4 are amazing. Like I think both of them are actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Got
Well-
that third case curse.
Maybe we'll have some fun voices to do in the next case, at the very least.
Probably
Yeah.
fun voices.
There will. There'll at least be some fun voices. You can at least count on that.
I've felt like whenever I have a bunch of good voices that I could do, but I feel like whenever a character pops up, I just choose like kind of a normal voice. I wanna do some wacky stuff.
We can look at the cast list. I feel like we put you down for one
Yeah.
already.
I'm playing a lot of the. I was really only 2 characters in this case, So I kind of felt like I didn't have a lot to do, but I'm playing a lot of side characters in the next one.
Yes.
I'm not just a clown. I'm gonna be the whole circus.
Yeah, you're a good percentage of it.
Yeah. I was looking at it last night and I'm like, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, seeing the only kind of spoilers that I have are these cast lists. So I kind of beforehand know what characters are in them.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really tell me about anything like what their characters are unless I can glean something from the joke of their name.
Yeah.
Um
If it's a bad enough joke.
Yeah. But I see that the next one is the case after this one is going to be very interesting. Because they've been seeding the stuff about Miles. We're gonna have to get into it. And I guess we're probably not gonna come back to Morgan Faye in this game. Probably a later game, right? Unless.
No
I'm just
comment.
not saying anything.
Okay.
No comment.
We'll see. The only other thing is like, there was that one time when I joined, you, Yessie, playing the game with someone else.
Oh yeah.
And so
So Dan gave himself the rule, and he said he only got one F word to input in the script, and he did a very good job.
What are we talking about?
You said, what if I replace one of the words with fuck, but I only do it once, and I have to say when I'm going to do it for the right moment?
I don't remember this.
I do.
Okay.
Because it was funny.
Okay. Well, I remember it was like we were in like a snowy village.
Yeah.
And Phoenix like fell. Is that when I said fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's like the next game, right?
Mhm.
So that's the only other kind of spoiler that I've had.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's a good time to end the stream. Talked a little bit. Good stuff. So I hope everyone enjoyed watching it. We'll be back next weekend or the weekend after.
Next weekend.
If we want to speed run this, we could just decide to do like 2 streams on one
That would
weekend.
be funny.
Just like make them long streams. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll probably do one next weekend. So if
Yeah.
you guys enjoyed,
I should be fine with it.
you should subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss the
Hit the like button.
hit the like.
Hit the gritty.
Well,
Sorry.
hit someone. Go out on the street.
Oh.
Become a case yourself. Anyway, take it easy, everyone.
Whoop.
It's hard